Hi there, welcome back. So, I guess we'll talk about um bullying. I experienced a lot of that when I was younger. Not so much. I guess I was an easy target because I wasn't quiet, but I wasn't. Well, I guess what you call. I played with the boys. I like to play Power Rangers. I like to tussle, play football, run. I played with girls too, but I was more of a tomboy. But my mom always dressed me really, really pretty because she's just the whole girls in dresses. I don't know. To this day, as an adult, like I will wear a dress, I will wear a skirt. I hate it. I'm more of a pants person. But I guess it all started then. Yeah, third, fourth grade, I got beat up by four sisters, all because they claimed that I was acting stuck up. And the principal actually told my mom if I wasn't such a crybaby, I wouldn't have got jumped. And it took all the powers of heaven and earth for my mother not to rip the principal's throat out. That was pretty interesting. But yeah, my mom pulled me from that school, put me in a different school, and not much changed, mostly because of the ethnicities at the school, I suppose. That's the first time I experienced a racial slur in fifth grade, mind you. Um, and that's when I noticed my personality starting to change, which is bad because your personality should not be able to so be easily be changed based upon the actions of others. But being a child, of course, it happened. I became a very mean person, not because I wanted to be, but because I felt like I had to be mean in order not to be picked on, which it really didn't make a difference because sixth grade year came. Boys came into the picture, and I was not into boys in sixth grade. I was still playing with Barbies. Times were different. And, I got bullied for that. I actually got kicked out of school in sixth grade for defending myself against somebody who had actually hurt me. But I got kicked out of school, and, that was a time where I realized, you know, wrong or right, it honestly didn't matter because it felt like I was going to get in trouble whether I was a good person or a bad person. Like, it just didn't matter. And that's when I realized I started to, not like large groups of people. That really messed with my head. I noticed that around that sixth, seventh grade year, middle school, I want to say, is when I started to realize I don't like large groups of people. I don't like large crowds. You know, 10 or less I can handle. More than people, 10 people. I guess at that time it was anxiety, but I didn't know. And, it's not something I really talked about with my mom. She noticed it, but, I guess it would have been considered anxiety then, or maybe not to her, or she just didn't know. But I think that's when my anxiety started to kick in around middle school. And even in high school, like, same issue, of course, with people. And it got to the point in high school where I would walk around looking mean. I just looked like I was just a mean, unapproachable person, except to the people I was really close to, because it was like it kept trouble away from me. If I walked around looking mean, I didn't have to deal with other people and their BS. So that's what I did. Even to this day, I have people tell me that you look so mean in high school, but you weren't. Yeah, no, I wasn't. But it kept me, I can't say it kept me from fighting. I fought a lot. But I think it kept me out of more trouble than I could have possibly gotten into. And that was a defense mechanism, was walking around looking mean. And, you know, being in high school, you're around large groups of people, 20 kids in a classroom and everything. And there were times where my anxiety would peak and I would have physical reactions to it. And of course, I didn't know what was going on. So, I mean, I would just say, I'm not feeling good. And I would leave class and I would go home because I wasn't feeling good. I didn't know what else to call it. I felt horrible. And that was my anxiety kicking in. And, you know, honestly, back then, mental health wasn't talked about a lot, or at least, you know, I didn't hear about it a lot. But I guess, as a child and being around adults, even when most adults are going through stuff, they don't really say anything to you. They don't say it around you because you're a child and they don't want you to have those worries. But at the same time, I was experiencing all this. I didn't know what to call it, but I really didn't know how to explain it to my mom either. It's not that she wouldn't listen. Oh, my mom's a great listener and does everything in her power, even at me being an adult, to make sure I'm okay. But as a teenager, I didn't know exactly what to call it. And my coping mechanism was music. Like, that was a way for me to calm down. That was a way for me to process things that were going on. It was a way for me to express my feelings at the time. If I was feeling sad, I put on a sad song. If I was angry, an angry song. If I really needed a pick me up, a happy song. Um, Boa's Every Heart. That was a song I would put on when I didn't know what to do, and I'd just cry because it was like if I cried, I felt better. It was like all those emotions that I was holding in and were pent up, released, and I felt better once I got it all out. And it was like everything that I was holding in just, you know, it was gone. And I didn't realize until I got in my 20s and an incident happened that I really had some issues that needed to be addressed. I was diagnosed with anxiety and depression and panic attacks, and that was in my 20s. And what it had been there all along, but really what triggered it was an incident in my 20s where somebody tried to kill me. Um, yeah, somebody tried to kill me. Little innocent me. Mind you, I had not actually done anything to this person. Um, they themselves, now that I look upon it after all these years as a rational adult, had mental health issues. But yes, another female was willing to take my life and my child's life at that time over a guy. Yeah. So, that kind of sucks, but that's when I really realized like that triggered it for me. And I was not right for a very long time after that. Um, Certain color cars, I would see them and I would have a panic attack. Um, Certain noises I would hear and I would have a panic attack, or my anxiety would be on 30. It was hard working through depression because, it's not something that you just get over. It's there. And it's a process. And it's like once I hit my 20s and once all that hit and once that incident happened, everything was heightened. So, even now at my age, I won't say red car or red cars are a trigger anymore. That's the color car. Um, but that was a trigger color car for me in my early 20s. It was bad. Um, I still don't like large crowds of people, but I work through it. I've been to a few concerts, and it was a doozy, but I've gotten through it. I don't really care for like with this whole COVID thing and the wearing the mask. I wear my mask first, so I'm safe. But you know, when I wear my mask, and at first when it all started and we had to start wearing them, it was horrible. I couldn't wear, already having anxiety and panic attacks at the turn of a hat. Um, Wearing that mask, I always felt like I was suffocating. So I would put my mask on to go to the grocery store and, pick up some things. And I'm in there for all of 5 minutes and I have to leave the store or find a bathroom because I'm vomiting. Because I start having anxiety and panic attack in one, and it shoots up and I start breathing hard and I get lightheaded, I get dizzy, and then I vomit. And I couldn't handle it. I am now at the point, what, we're almost 2 years into this, just about. I am now at the point where I can wear my mask, and I've learned to regulate my breathing so that I can stay in stores for longer periods of time. That was a struggle. I didn't want to be on medication anymore because I feel like medication takes me out of my character. Yes, it does help, but it changes me. I become overly calm, overly calm. Like you can you could come up to me and pull my hair and call me a name, and I just look at you like, "Oh, you're having a bad day. That's okay. It'll be fine." Whereas me without medication would have probably knocked you into the sun, the moon, and the stars. So it's like, yeah. And I guess I have anger issues as well. I don't see them as anger issues. I just go from 0 to 10 really easily. I didn't used to be like that, but over the years it turned into I have no patience for other people's stupidity. So, yeah. Yeah. And I will honestly say, like I said before, music has helped so much in so many situations, in so many ways to help me express how I was feeling. And then somehow I dove into the world of K-pop by complete accident. I was scrolling like, okay, this is going to sound like super old, but I'm not that old. But I was scrolling through like the on-demand channels and it said something like K-pop. I said, "Huh, I wonder what this is." So I clicked on it and I think it was a shiny video. It was Ring Ding Dong. And I'm like, "Whoa, what is this?" And they were dancing and I liked the beat. I'm like, okay, I can do this. I can do this. So next was a Big Bang video. I think it was Bad Boy. I'm like, "Oh, okay, get it, get it. Blue hair, okay." I was just so excited because it was so different from what I had been listening to and what I was used to that I got way too excited. So I think the next one was GOT7's Girls, 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 and I was just like, whoa. He flipped. I got way, way too excited about that. And then that took me into the deep, dark world that is K pop. And, you know, it was nice to be able to add more songs to my list of songs, add more music to my list of songs that when I'm feeling a certain way, let me turn on I need my hype mix, my dumb mix. I'm super sad today. Let me turn on my sad mix. Let me turn on, songs that help me sleep. And it was just nice listening to something, way different than I normally would. Yes, I can't understand. Okay, I'm better at understanding some of the words, and that is words. Not even full sentences or phrases, just some of the words. But back then, no, I could not understand a single word. But it was music. It spoke to me. The beat spoke to me. The dancing spoke to me because I love to dance. I'm horrible at it, but I love to dance. So it was nice to, watch those music videos and then listen to that music and then blast it in my car. It was just fun. And then I really started learning, about Korean pop and exactly what it was and really who these groups were and everything. And I became a fan. And, I think it's been 7 years now that I've really been into K-pop. Mind you, I still listen to every music genre under the sun. Oh my goodness. But, I noticed a few things that honestly it started to turn me away from K-pop. K-pop, like how toxic some of the fandoms can be. Don't get me wrong, I understand liking your faves. I understand being protective of them, but some of the things that have been said to me, I'm just like, it's not that serious. It's music. They're people too. And honestly, for a minute, it kind of turned me away from K-pop. I'm not gonna say I wasn't listening to it, but it kind of turned me away as where I wasn't as excited about comebacks, and I wasn't as excited about new groups coming out. I was just like, okay. because of the fandoms and the people I had interacted with who were just so negative, and it kind of sucked. It was like, you get a lot of, well, black people can't listen to K-pop. They wouldn't look at you anyways. You're black, blah blah blah. It had a lot to do with my color. Not even me as a person. It was specifically my color. It was a lot of comments and things like that. And I'm just like, it ain't that serious, sis. Calm down. It's music. I'm not trying to marry them. I'm not trying to jump their bones, nothing. I like their dancing and I like their music. It has nothing to do with their looks. Don't get me wrong. There are male and female K-pop idols that look absolutely gorgeous, all of them, and they're so talented. But to me, it was
Um,
based on
um,
music and the dancing. That's my daughter trying to come in. Oh my God. Can you say hi, Kylie?
hi.
Do you like K-pop?
Yeah,
Yes.
I like K-pop.
You like K-pop?
Yeah.
See, and it's going on to my daughter, this new generation.
It's me.
She loves CL. She loves she loves Jackson.
Yes, I do. And I like Jane.
Oh jeez. And she likes Jin. You guys heard it. She likes Jin from BTS. This is coming
No,
from
I
a
will buy it.
4-year-old. Oh my God. But yeah, it had to do with a lot of the toxicity. I don't even know if I said that right, but in K-pop in general, that kind of turned me away, and I came. I still like it. I still love it. I still listen to it. I still attempt to dance to it. Nothing's gonna change that, but it did pull me away from the whole fandom thing. And honestly, that kind of messed with my head because I'm like, dang, they don't like black people that much. And then it made me wonder, like, wait, how do the artists feel? Like, and I know there's a cultural difference. So it's
Okay, bye.
okay. Bye, Kylie. So it's kind of different, you know. Whereas things we do here, things they do there, kind of thing. I guess it's like, I don't know. Like, I can't explain it. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I can't explain it. I don't know. Like, how can I put it? Like, I guess it's like, we all have our faves. But how do they feel about, like, their fans? Like, they have fans from all different backgrounds and walks of life, cultures and everything. Like, we're like, oh yeah, this music rocks, these artists are awesome, and how do we know these artists aren't looking at us like, yeah, no, why are you our fan again? Like, that's played in my head, like, multiple times just because of conversations I've had with people. So it's like, oh man, come on. And there was a point in time where my anxiety peaked when it came to K-pop music, because I'm just like, what the heck is going on in this industry right now? It was just too much. And unfortunately, with all the passing of many very talented K-pop idols, that messed with my head too, because then it made me think, what in the heck is going on in the industry that's making these idols feel this way? And that's where my heart goes out to them, because it's like, you just want to hug them, but you can't. And it's like, you've been there yourself. You've been in the depression, you've been in the anxiety, you've been in the panic attacks. So it's just like, you want to hug them and tell them it's going to be okay eventually. Not immediately, but eventually. And, honestly, I think if I had somebody to tell me that when I was younger, like, it's going to be okay, and if I was more open about everything that was going on, and I think I would have had better mental health care as an adult, I don't think I would have had so many triggers. And I think as an adult, things now probably still wouldn't be triggers such as, large crowds of people and that kind of thing. Um, it's still a work in progress, honestly. It is. But, my music gets me through. My music gets me by. Throwing some Big Bang when I'm in the mood to just party. Big Bang and NSYNC's Pop. Like, those two songs together, man, they will put you in a mood to throw your hands in the air and shake it. You know, or God Seven's Miracle. I love that song. I think it's so beautiful. And it hits me in a soft spot for many, many reasons. And that's one of them that hits me hard. And what was I just listening to? Oh, this new group called Four Mix, but I think it's Thai pop group. I don't know. They're awesome, amazing. I love them too. Um, but yeah, that's been my journey so far. My ups, my downs, my highs, my lows, my descent into the K-pop madness. Woo! How much I love it. How it's brought me happy tears. How it's brought me sad tears. How it's made me think a lot about things. How, they're the conversations of so many things as far as cultural appropriation, whether or not I should be listening to K-pop and, that kind of thing. I'm at the point in my life now as like an adult, but not an adult adult, that other people's opinions don't really matter to me. I think it did. I guess initially when you hear it, it messes with you, but then you're like, yeah, okay. On to the next. Thank you. So, yeah. Yeah. I think I've grown into a pretty decent person. I want to thank all the musical artists out there who have helped me grow into a pretty decent person. I know that doesn't make any sense, but honestly, music has kept me from doing a lot of things I probably shouldn't do because I was angry in the moment. Music has kept me sane because being able to express my feelings by listening to those certain songs helps a lot. Being able to, especially when, there's times where you can't say anything and it's easier to just turn on this song and everything that the song is saying, you're like, oh my God, I am feeling that so right now. And yeah, I understand it. I feel it. So yeah, I'm thankful. I'm thankful to the world of music. All genres, from all backgrounds, from all cultures, because Lord knows I listen to everything from everywhere. Oh my goodness. So yeah, thank you, music world. Thank you, K-pop. Thank you, classical music, regular pop, you know, hip hop, R&B, alternative music, rock music, heavy metal. Yeah, I listen to it all. Thank you, music artists around the world, for helping keep me sane most days. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate the talents. I appreciate the artists. And I appreciate being able to feel some kind of like I'm at peace when I listen to music. I'm at peace when I can express myself through it. And that it helps with my anxiety and it helps with my depression. When I'm depressed, I can, you know, throw on a good song. CL's Hello B Word. That's my song. Like when I get mad, I will be driving down the street. I will turn that up and I will blast it. Or like I said before, Big Bang's Bang Bang Bang. That's my ish. Icon's Anthem. Lord, I love me some Bobby and B. I will blow that stuff up when I am driving down the street and I just get into this like, oh, I need to, oh, oh, or Drunken Tiger. Oh my God, turn it up and just keep going. Just yeah, I love my K-pop. I love my music. And I'm thankful that I discovered it. I'm so happy that I came upon that little happy accident and discovered K-pop. And I'm thankful that, you know, my daughter may only be 4, but she, she's going to be the next generation of, you know, when she becomes a teenager and it's still, music will be here forever, but, she'll be like, oh, I've been listening to K-pop since I was like born, so you guys are late. But yeah, that's about all.